1. The call center I worked in handled infomercial beauty products by subscription. Their initials are GR. The way it worked, you ordered the introduction kit for about $20 for a 30-day supply. After about 3 weeks, you get the 90-day supply, and it's still $20 a month. This continues until you cancel the subscription. On to the story. I'm cracking through escalation calls. I want a supervisor. And things are going as usual. Then she calls. Thank you for holding. My name is Emotional Pay. How can I assist you?
Why do you keep charging me?
Okay, let's look at your account. Can I get your zip code and street number on your account number?
I gave that to the last moron.
Ma'am, if I'm going to help you, I need that information.
Fine.
And then she gives me it. Thank you, I appreciate that. I see here that you ordered the introduction kit for $10 promotional price, and then the next shipment went out.
I did not order any kind of plan. I ordered the single kit and checked the no subscription box. I did not authorize any other payments or any other shipments. You are robbing me. You have stolen from me.
Blah, blah, blah for about 5 minutes. I just let her scream. I review the account and see that these shipments have been happening for 3 years. After she started to lose steam, she paused.
Are you even still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just listening for my turn to talk.
Ugh. I want all my money back.
I can certainly take a look. Let's review the account. I see it was first ordered 3 years ago, and kits have been shipped every 3 months since then. Regarding the subscription, there is no box to check refusing future shipments. The only way to stop them is to cancel. Your daughter has had 12 kits shipped to her since the date 3 years prior.
Stop sending to her after the first kit. I don't even talk to her because we're estranged, but I only sent 1 kit. She's in college and we don't talk.
And she's back to screaming. It's not my fault you're a horrible person and your daughter knows it. Ma'am? 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 Eventually the screaming turns into words.
I want my money now. You stole my money. I want every dollar back in my account. Now!
I continue while she's still screaming. Ma'am, I can try to assist you, but I can't help you if I can't talk to you.
You're gonna refund every cent. I want my money back now.
You get the idea. This went on for 30 minutes. She wasn't cursing or being directly abusive, so I couldn't just hang up. Ma'am, I can't help you if I can't talk to you. Now do you want me to help you? She shuts up. What I can do is refund a certain amount for the last 3 kits we sent.
What? No, I want every cent back. You stole my money.
Ma'am. Yes, I got to raise my voice twice. I can't continue unless I can talk to you. By this point, my supervisor is over my shoulder because we're about 35 minutes in. Luckily, I read call notes on scratch paper during my calls, so he could get an idea of what's going on. What I'm going to do is send your case to our corporate escalation team across the call center, and someone would be in contact with you in 3 to 5 business days. I'm finally able to get her off the phone after 42 minutes. I didn't even ask. I told my supervisor that I was taking a 15-minute break. After getting an attaboy from my supervisor, a corporate escalation for how I handled the call, I found out she was offered to return any unopened packages for a full refund. The most satisfying part was knowing she wouldn't be getting another dime because all of those packages were shipped to a college dorm. They either got used by someone else or tossed. 2. I work as a dispatcher for an alarm company. Basically, if something sets off your alarm, I'm the one calling to see if you're okay, or calling police, fire, EMS, if we can verify you're okay, or if we can verify you need them. Procedures for different alarm types vary, but for all of them we always try to contact you over the panel in your home, or business, first. This is the standard. You were informed of this when you first got your system. I get a burglary alarm from your system. I speak with you over the panel. You immediately begin swearing at me. We establish that you are fine but having issues with your system. Also, why the fuck didn't we ever call your phone? I'm dead inside, so I politely do the "so sorry to hear you're having trouble with this, let me help" dance. I don't give a shit about the swearing. You're about to be tech support's problem, and so far it just sounds like you're mad at the equipment. I tell you, we can actually add super secret special instructions to your account to skip the panel and just call you if you'd like. It'll be great, you'll love it. It'll be exactly like you seem to think it should be. The thing is, the verification to help with account issues and add those lovely special instructions is slightly different than the verification process for me to not send the cops. So I ask you for a single additional piece of info. You do not want to give me this info over the panel. You insist that this is stupid and unsafe. Why would I ask you to put your business out for the whole world to hear? Karen, you are standing inside your own home. You are not in public. You just told me that you are in your home. I have no idea why this could possibly be an issue for you, but sure, I can call you on your phone instead. That line and conversation will be recorded just like this one, but whatever makes you feel warm and fuzzy. I ask if I can call you at the number ending in 1234. You snap at me.
Well, that's my number, isn't it?
I don't know, Karen, that's why I asked. You have 5 different numbers listed, all with your name as a contact name. Please forgive my stupidity in trying to make sure I was calling the right one. So I confirmed the full number. You verified that this is the correct number. Okay, Karen, I will call that number, the one we agreed on, as soon as I disconnect from your panel, at which point I will be so happy to help you. You inform me your phone is in hand, you're waiting, and I better hurry up. I click the button to drop the call with your panel. I click the button to dial your phone. This takes 1 or perhaps 2 seconds. It does not ring. It goes straight to voicemail. I try again just in case, but no, it goes straight to voicemail. I leave a message. You will never get. Karen, you have our number blocked. You have blocked the number for the people you pay to monitor your safety, and are now angry that we never call you. I cannot help you, you absolute fucking platypus. I send you the scripted email with her callback number and desperately hope I don't get the incoming call whenever you figure out how phones work. The universe help whatever poor soul has to take it. I just hope it's not me. 3. You know when you speak to someone at a call center and you are memorable, the staff will share their experiences as a debrief or event. Sometimes we go, wow, what a lovely person, or occasionally, I made this guy so happy he was practically crying. But more often it is to share what a fool we have had to deal with. Occasionally the customer becomes well known and we have a few become legendary. This guy is a good example because I never once spoke to him, but he featured in my daily life for over a year. I will call him Mr. Lagerdrunk because that seemed to prompt most of his interactions with us. For reasons some details evade me, including the exact order, and others will be changed to protect the innocent. Me, but mostly the poor colleagues who actually had to deal with him, or to make the subject easier to understand for an international audience. Background. Mr. Lagerdrunk may have been living up to his name when his 20-year-old Ford Mondeo that had more mileage than the Discovery space probe finally went to automobile heaven. He called us. Merger's roadside recovery. And we did exactly what we say we do. We went to the roadside, saw that the car was beyond help, and recovered it to a scrapyard. He initially agreed with the diagnosis and said that he would sign the car over because any value in it was roughly the cost of getting cleaned up before scrapping according to the environmental regulations in force at the time. Overnight, Mr. Lagerdrunk is spotted on CCTV with a 4-pack of his preferred Chavalicious redneck beverage, looking at his car and crying. In the morning, he changed his mind and asked for storage until he can arrange for it to be repaired or taken somewhere else. Well, he exceeds his policy cover limits for storage by several weeks, despite numerous reminders, so it gets parked outside on the road. When the road tax, payment to be allowed to be parked and driven on public roads, finally runs out, the local authority is called, and the car is removed and scrapped according to the laws, which includes contacting Mr. Lagerdrunk to give him the opportunity to reclaim his car. The complaint. Mr. Lagerdrunk, maybe this was his cunning plan all along, now holds us responsible for the loss of his beloved Mundano, and wants compensation. We have no idea what we're dealing with and politely say no. He goes to the independent complaints body, and in a shocking exhibition of common sense and logic, complaints body rarely displays either, they say no too. He goes to the complaints body's arbitration service, and they say no. He goes to his local politician, and they say no. He goes to the local politician's arbitration service, and they say no. This is when it goes cray-cray. He decided to email as part of the contact between his politician and us to scare us. Ooh. But doesn't edit it particularly well. The politician is telling him to go away. He has taken her to the arbitration service 13 times for not helping with spurious complaints and lost each time. No, he replied, it was only 4 because I withdrew 9 of them before the arbitration service came to a finding. A nationwide report in the news discussing that not enough children knew how to swim and are at risk of drowning. We get an email asking if the CEO wears armbands. He speaks to a colleague called Robin on the phone. Can't cope with the concept that some women are called by that name and sends an email asking about our sexuality. That got us angry, as the person who opened the email was trans and a popular member of staff who had struggled with discrimination and transphobia. He calls the police to report the theft of his car and asks them to arrest the CEO of the company. They say no. He makes a complaint. He goes to the police's arbitration service, and they call us to get some information. We explain that he is repeatedly calling and emailing us, and strangely enough, they aren't surprised. It is almost as if he's doing it to them too. They have a word about harassment and malicious communications. At that point, Merck's roadside recovery goes through some structural changes, and the department is closed, with the work being handled elsewhere. I don't know if Mr. Lagerdrunk stopped, or if his own unique brand of craziness was passed on to a new group of poor unfortunate souls. Maybe he saw sense, but I doubt it. 4. You wouldn't think it very hard when you're about to call a service to take a minute before the call to gather all the information that could be useful for your call. You wouldn't, of course, because you and I have been through customer service and call center jobs, and we are oriented toward the simple goal of ending the call. Callers just don't think like that. Their call is therapeutic. They call with a jumbled mess of a request, and it's our job to make sense of it. Orient it in a way we can find a solution for and resolve it. The best example of this will be the simple issue of obtaining an order number. If your caller wants to know something about the order, you, the agent, will need this simple number. It takes many forms, but the caller has got to be aware of it. How else would they even know they have an order? Very often, it's in an email, some notification, or on their account. It would take very little time for them to look it up, and it helps hurry the call along a great deal. Things can't be that simple, of course, and half of every call in my experience goes through a phase where the caller is simply dumbfounded at the idea that I am not innately aware of who they are, and what their order number is, and what's in their order and where it is and when it'll arrive. Why can't you look up my order number? I can. Do you remember your email address? Can you confirm your first and last name, your phone number? If the information you provide me doesn't match with your order details, then we're back to square one. It's the order for €59.95 I placed on Tuesday. Sweet, that tells me nothing. There are thousands of orders to sift through, and I can't just trust that the one you tell me about is actually yours. Here's my date of birth and social security number, and none of that is useful to me. If it's not something that's in the order form that you entered into your account, how could we possibly know about it? Please, just answer the questions we ask, please. My wife placed it for me, and I don't have her email. Then it's not your order, is it? I can't look up the order number in the emails on my phone while I'm calling you. You could, but I ain't gonna give you a crash course on using your phone. If that really is an impossible task, then we're gonna have to verify some other way back to 1, or you'll need to hang up and call me back when you've written down your order number. I've been waiting for so long and now you're asking me all kinds of questions. That waiting time would have been the perfect moment to look up all that useful information. As a matter of fact, regular hold messages ask you to get all your information ready, including your order number.
What's an order number?
It's the number of the order that you want me to look at. How do you function in the modern world? Are you familiar with context clues? Can you infer information from partial data? Have you acquired object permanence? And if you manage to extract this precious intelligence out of your caller, you just know the battle is only beginning. If getting something as simple as an order number was an ordeal, get ready to explain tracking numbers, shipping delays, missed deliveries, and all manner of topics worthy of customer education. 5. This happened Thursday, July 27th, and I'm still reeling from it. I thank you in advance for giving me a place to vent. I'll do my best to make this post coherent. Background. I am often the second line of defense, dealing with orders, returns, billing, etc. It's been 3 years, so I'm getting stronger mentally when it comes to dealing with so many different personalities and issues. I am understanding when people vent on me, and I'm usually very good at keeping my cool while de-escalating the situation. I truly want to help when people call in. Sadly, there are still times I catch myself questioning humanity and my mental health. It was a normal day answering calls. One customer after another, the phone beeping, and there they are. I'm sure most of you understand what I'm talking about. Anyways, here's a breakdown of the call I keep replaying in my head. Hi, this is me. What can I help you with? I hope you're not as incompetent as your team leader I was just speaking with. I ignore her attitude. I'm sure I can help you if you let me know what's going on. She gives me her order number. You tell me what's wrong. Well, I see you ordered some overpriced bullshit. It says should arrive by July 31st. Obvious I didn't phrase it that way. She cuts me off. It's supposed to be here by July 31st. Where is it now? It looks like they're getting ready to send it out as we speak. Stop lying to me. I know you're only telling me what they tell you to say. It's not going to arrive on July 31st if it hasn't even been shipped yet. Nobody takes accountability for anything. What are you going to do about it? I'm still calm and sweet, only beginning to become annoyed by her condescending tone and BS. I'm sorry, I don't understand what the issue is. I know it's been a few days since you ordered it, but everything looks fine. That's the normal processing time. It should... Blah, blah, blah. Accountability, blah, blah. Nobody wants to do their job, blah, blah. I'm a big fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. If you would just do your job. As soon as I catch a break in her rant, I use my stern mom voice. Maybe borderline rude. Look, you keep cutting me off and won't let me speak. I'm trying to do my job, but you keep yelling in my ear like I was, well, stop lying and I'll let you speak. It doesn't take rocket scientists, you know. It's not going to arrive as promised. I'm sorry, but nothing was promised to arrive on the 31st. As I'm sure you've already been told, the 31st is the estimated delivery date. We do not guarantee it'll arrive on a certain day. If you'd stop cutting me off and let me talk, I've been trying to tell you the previous rep escalated your order to our handling department. As I'm sure they explained, we can only...
It doesn't take rocket!
Now I cut her off and I'm yelling very loud. I hear her gasp in shock. Excuse me? You need to stop speaking to me like that. I'm trying to help you. We are doing our job. I'm giving you the information we have. The previous rep just went off and escalated your order, even though...
You don't speak to me like that. I'm the customer.
No, You are not going to call here speaking to me or my team members like this. Everything in your order appears to be right on track. You bullied the previous rep into escalating your order, even though there isn't an issue with it. I don't appreciate...
Shut up! No, I'm the cat.
I can't help you. Then I hang up. My phone beeps. Hi, this is me. How can I help you?
I hope you have a beer. Your shift's about to end so you can drink a beer after this call, because this is going to be a doozy.
Fuck my life. The phone call was like one of the stereotypical, exaggerated Karen calls I have recurring nightmares about. It definitely wasn't anything new. I'm not sure why I haven't been able to get over it. I hate that I let her get to me like that. Most people calm down once you let them know you completely understand and want to help. When they don't calm down, I give them their little warning and hang up. I don't understand why people expect someone to help them when they act like this. I'm so over this shit right now. Thanks for letting me get all of this BS out. Hey everybody, Hellfreezer here, and thank you very much for listening to Please Hold, episode 26. And thank you very much to everybody who allowed me to use their stories in this video. Before you go, please do poke the like button. And if you'd like to get early access to the videos, then you can support me through my Patreon, which is linked in the description. And you can also get yourself some Hellfreezer merchandise, which is also linked in the description of the video. You can also make donations during streams and videos like this one by clicking on the little heart button with the $sign in the middle. And while you don't have to do that, I very much appreciate it, and it's been helping keeping me going in these very bleak times of ours. Okay, let's see. Don't think there's any other business. Do I have a shout? No, I don't have a shout out on this one. So let's move right along to Hellfreezer's question of the day. And today's question is, and this one comes from my moderator Ashley, aka Potato Puff. If you get buy one get one free shoes, did you buy 2 pairs of shoes, or did you buy 1 pair and get the other pair free? I gotta be honest with you, as I was reading that, I was thinking, do you buy like a single shoe and then get a second shoe free to make a pair? But that would just be bad business. Of course, that also applies to any buy one get one free product. And, well, quite frankly, I'd say, yeah, if the price hasn't changed, because we do know that there's deceptive marketing practices, and with many businesses, they'll change the prices before a sale, so it looks like you're getting a really great deal and you're not really. So if the price is the same as when it's on offer as it was before, then yeah, say you're getting 1 free. If it's changed, then no, really you're paying for 2 pairs. But let me know what you think in a comment below. And with that, I'm going to head off for now. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourself.